Y'all ready to roll?
Yep.
Okay. So again, we're going to kind of use the same tools, but most of the time we're going to first start off with our compass because we're going to need to get 2 measurements using our compass. But the critical part is we have to make sure that our circles on our compasses are exactly the same. So that's where it gets real tricky with the GeoGebra. If you're using string, all you're basically doing is just don't let go of the string and you keep your string tight. And then that way, you know, if you don't move your finger off the string, then your string's going to hold that same, you know, that's the kind of part that's tricky about GeoGebra in comparison to the string. Because the string, you know, you're holding on to that knot, you're holding on to that spot on the string. Whereas, you know, without it, it's a little bit more difficult. So, all right, so we're going to go ahead and select the compass. I'm pretty sure I have compass, and all right, what we need to do is we need to make a circle that's going to be at the center, but it needs to be past our middle. We don't know exactly where the middle is, but we need it to go past our middle. So I'm going to click here, and I'm past my middle, and I'm putting a dot. And I can zoom out. I might need to shrink my screen down so I can see what tools I'm dealing with. All right. It's not giving me my tool options. Ah! There's compass. Okay, so we made a circle, which is fine. We can make a circle. Now what we need to do, though, is we need to make sure that we have another circle that's exactly the same measurement. So we're going to, again, go from the center to our outside circle. So now we know that we have a radius that's exactly the same as our other circle, right? We could actually put it on top, and it's the same radius, isn't it? So I'm going to move that to our other endpoint. So now we have kind of a fish formed here, and I'm also going to put an intersection point here just because that locks it in for me. All right, what we also need to do is create an intersection at where our circles are intersecting. And we're going to connect those. Boom. There we go.
There it is.
And we can then also, we need to prove that it's perpendicular. That didn't work. It's not the direction I want to go. Let me put an intersection here. No, stop. There it goes. All right, there's my intersection. Now I'm going to measure my angle. So from here to here, not that direction. All right, we'll go this way. There you go, 90 degrees. And if we wanted to get our measurements, we could do the same thing from this endpoint to this endpoint. And you need to move so that I can move. There he goes. All right. And measure this one. There we go. And what do we notice?
They're the same.
Yep, they're the same. And our line is meeting at a 90-degree angle, so we have created a perpendicular bisector.
How do I let go of the angle?
Click on a dot. So you need to click on 3 dots.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, where the vertex is in the middle. That's always the fun part. And sometimes I don't know why, like it did on my first time I was clicking on it, it wants to go like read it a different direction. And I'm like, why? I don't know. It just gets a little quirky sometimes.
Wow.
So not too bad so far.
Yeah, makes sense.
Okay. All right. Now for our angle bisector. Yay. Y'all are like, no. All right. So once again, we just like when we were constructing our angle, we need to have a point on our angle side. Okay. So at least so that we have a point to draw our compass to, you know, we've got to have something out there. So we're going to go and select a point, and it doesn't matter where you put it. You can, since I did the, on the other one, I put it on the other array. I'll put it on this one just to kind of show that we can do it different ways. All right, so we now need a compass, and we need that compass measurement again to go from our E to our A, where A is our circle, and I'm dropping it and locking it into place. All right, so A is my center, and it goes to that point E. So now we need to go ahead and get another point. But we want the intersection, because I need an intersection between my compass circle and my other ray. There we go. So far, okay?
Yeah.
Evelyn's looking at me going, I don't like this, Miss Clark. I can see it on her face. All right, now for more fun. We've got to make another fish. That's what they look like to me. You know, like if you drew a fish in the sand, that's what it reminds me of.
Mm-hmm.
So, all right. So we're going to again go with our compass. Now this time, what we're going to do is we're going to go from each of those points, E and F, and I want my circle to kind of overlap somewhere in the inside of my angle, but not go all the way over to the other side. And we're going to do this twice with congruent circles. So it gets a little bit tricky because we're going to have to probably play with our points a little bit to make sure that we're staying inside somewhere. So we'll see how cooperative GeoGebra can be with us. Okay, because basically what we did with our first compass measurement is we made sure that E and F are exactly the same distance from A. Okay, because that's kind of a trick to all of this, is making sure our distances are the same.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to draw ourselves a compass marking somewhere out here. That was kind of interesting. I always forget the compass markings for some reason want to, I don't like that one. Okay, so to do the compass, we need to be a point somewhere else out in the interior. And, all right, it's not letting me do it. I guess we can just do it on here. All right, so I'll move it back onto, but that's just too big. We're gonna make him smaller now. All right, let's try again. See, y'all aren't the only ones that mess up on them. Still too big. All right, so we're gonna override this. We're gonna put some points out here. I don't know. That look good. And that looked good somewhere. I don't know. Probably don't need to do the second dot. Just need one dot so that I can make a compass marking here. From here to here. That's better. All right. That's better. All right, so we finally got a circle around E that's passing through some random point G. And so I'm going to duplicate that compass, because once I did that compass measurement, then I'm going to drag it to F. So we'll go from G to E, and I'm going to drag it to F, because it needs to be the same exact measurement as the circle E. So now we know that the compass measurement around E is the exact same measurement as the circle around F. Right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Let's mark our intersections. And we have an intersection point here and here. Kind of see where I see the fish in there?
Yeah.
Yeah, where a kid draws a fish. Just missing his tails. Tails are flapping out. All right. Since it's an angle, we're again going to be doing a ray. And our ray is going to go from A through I and through H.